Hello friends, welcome to today's practice. This is a fiery, fast-paced practice where we'll begin to weave in concepts of tapas, this energy, almost like a fiery, burning off energy that we can sometimes bring into our practice, and to allow ourselves some clarity, some focus, and to take some of that fiery energy with us as we move on to the day. And if this flow does not sound like your jam for today, take a pause, hit stop, hit pause, find something better that resonates for you. There's a long list of options that you have available to you for yourself for this week. There's a soften and restore coming up as well. So if you're staying with me, let's get started. Let's take a moment and begin to make our way onto our mats. And if you have blocks, perhaps inviting them into the flow today, let's take just a second, press yourself back into child's pose just for a moment. Allow yourself to center. If you chose to do the Mindful Monday for this week, you can do this practice immediately following it, and it was a bit of a warm-up there as well. So whenever you're ready, just allow the back of your heart to rise toward the sky as you breathe in. And then the front of your heart to soften toward the earth. Whenever you feel ready, coming to gently rise up through tabletop pose. On your inhale, draw your belly down, look up, find your cow shape. As you exhale, round into your spine, find your cat tilt. Begin to tuck your toes and your hips back and up, downward facing dog. Inhale to shift forward into plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhaling through plank pose. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Inhaling through tabletop. Draw your belly down, find your cow shape. As you exhale, find your cat shape. And sit back, untuck your toes, find child's pose or your polar bear pose as you feel ready. Put my hair back to get ready for our fiery flow for today. Inhale to rise up, find your cow shape. Exhale, round into your spine for your cat shape. Tuck your toes and your hips back and up, downward facing dog. Inhale to shift forward into plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to shift forward into plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale to soften your knees down to the earth. Draw your belly down, heart shines forward, cow. As you exhale, find your child's pose for your cat on the way down. Inhale, rising back up. Find your cow. Exhale for your cat. Tuck your toes. Send your hips back and up, downward facing dog. Inhale to shift forward into plank pose. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, shift forward into plank. Exhale, down dog. On your next inhale in, this time our right leg rises up and back behind us. As you exhale, hug the right knee in toward your chest. And step it down in between your hands. And on your next inhale, invite the left foot to meet the right foot. Coming up through a flat back or a halfway position. Exhale to forward folds. Play it down through your feet, reach your arms out and all the way up. Palms to the top as you exhale, hands to heart. On your next inhale, press into your feet, reach your arms out and all the way up. Exhale to hinge at the hips to forward fold. Inhaling up to a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, plant your hands down to the earth. Step your right foot back. Left foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale to shift forward into plank pose. As you exhale, untuck your toes. Lower your knees, then lower all the way down into your belly. Inhale to rise up through your cow shape or cobra shape pose. Exhale to lower. Inhale to tuck your toes. Press yourself back up through plank pose. Exhale, down downward facing dog. On your next inhale, your right leg rises. As you exhale, tuck your right knee toward your nose. Step the right foot down. Inhale, left foot meets right foot. Coming up to a halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Press into your feet, reach your arms out and all the way up, palms to the top. Exhale your arms down through heart center. Arms reach down. Take a moment here. Gather yourself in through heart center. Already feeling the fiery practice. So I'm taking off some layers here. On your inhale, reach your arms out and all the way up. As you exhale, hinge at the hips to forward fold. Inhaling up through a halfway position, exhale to forward folds. Inhale to plant your palms. This time step your left leg back first. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot meets left foot. Inhale to shift forward into plank pose. Exhale, untuck your toes, lower your knees, lower all the way down into your belly. Press into the tops of your feet. Hands come underneath your shoulders, rise up, Cobra. Exhale to lower down. Take your toes, press yourself back up through plank pose. As you exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. As you exhale, hug that knee in. Step the left foot down. Inhale, right leg meets that left leg, coming into a flat back or a halfway extension. Exhale to forward folds. Press into your feet, reach your arms out and all the way up, palms touch the top. As you exhale, your arms down through heart center. Take a moment here. On your next inhale, reach your arms out and all the way up overhead. As you exhale, hinge at the hips to forward fold. Inhaling up to a halfway lift. Exhale to forward fold. Plant your hands down. Step back through downward facing dog. Inhale to shift forward into plank pose. And take a moment here. Start to shift your shoulders slightly over your wrists. Lower halfway down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg rises. As you exhale, right foot steps between your hands. Left leg meets right leg, coming into a flat back. Exhale to forward fold. Press into your feet, reach your arms out and all the way up, palms to the top. Exhale your hands down through heart center. Make any adjustments with your clothing on the way there. Inhale to reach your arms out and all the way up. Exhale, hinge at the hips to forward fold. Inhaling up through a halfway position. Exhaling to forward folds. Inhale to plant your hands down. Step your left leg back and then right leg back, downward facing dog. Inhale to shift forward into plank pose. Shift forward. Start to lower halfway down, chaturanga, elbows close to your sides. Inhale, rising up through up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, knee hugs in. Step the left foot down. Inhale, right knee meets left knee. Rising up through a halfway position. Exhale to forward fold. Press your feet deeply into the earth. Reach your arms out and all the way up. Palms at the top. Exhale your hands down through heart center. And take a moment to simply notice. Make any adjustments with your clothing. On your next inhale, reach your arms out and all the way up overhead. As you exhale, start to sit back into your chair pose. Breathing in here, breathing out. Press into your feet, reach your arms out and all the way up. As you exhale, hinge at the hips to forward fold. Inhaling up through a halfway position. Exhaling to forward fold. Plant your hands down. You have the option to step back into plank or to press your hands into the earth. Jump your feet back through chaturanga. Inhaling through upward facing dog. Exhaling downward facing dog. Take a moment to rise high up on your toes, big breath in. And then step, hop, or jump your feet to the front of the mat. Inhaling up through a halfway, exhaling forward fold. Press your feet into the earth, deep bend in your knees, reach your arms out and all the way up. Hands to the top. Exhale to bring them down through heart center. you feel that fiery energy flowing. Inhale to reach your arms out and all the way up. Exhale to hinge. Find your way into your chair pose. Big breath in here. Press into your feet. Reach your arms out and all the way up as you exhale. Forward fold. Inhaling up through a halfway position. Exhaling, forward fold. Plant your palms down. You're either stepping back to plank or hopping back through chaturanga, that halfway push up. Inhaling through upward facing dog. Exhaling through downward facing dog. On your next inhale, come up high on your tippy toes. Deep bend in your knees. Step, hop, or jump your way to the front of the mat. Finding a halfway lift. Exhale to forward fold. Press into your feet. Reach your arms out and all the way up. Palms to the top. Exhale your hands down to your heart center. Last round of sun salutes. On your next inhale, reach your arms out and all the way up. As you take your next exhale, find your chair pose. Allow your tailbone to draw toward the earth. Find a lift through the upper part of your head, the crown of your head. As you exhale, swan dive forward. Plant your palms down, step back or hop back. Plank to chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. We're here for 5 rounds of breath in your downward facing dog. If you need to take a break, take your knees down, take a child's pose. We'll eventually all meet in our downward facing dog. Add on. Notice where you can smooth out your breath. On your next inhale, right leg rises up and back behind you. Hug the right knee in toward your chest. Let it hover. Take a deep breath in. And then step that right foot down. Take a moment here. Seal the back foot to the earth. Step it up slightly. You're coming to rise up into your warrior one. Widen out your stance. Reach your arms out and all the way up overhead. Take a moment to goal post your arms. Make sure that you have a bend in your front knee. As you inhale, straighten your legs, straighten your arms. Exhale to rebend through your warrior one. Inhale to straighten, exhale to bend. Inhale to straighten, exhale to bend. Inhale to straighten, exhale to bend. Find a pause here. Bring your forearms parallel to one another. Option to give yourself a hug, right arm over left arm, or to find eagle arms here. So we're in our warrior one stance at the bottom, eagle arms on the top. Big breath in here. Big breath out. On your next inhale, release your arms, release your fingertips toward the sky. As you exhale, find a humble warrior, arms come back behind you. Deep bend into that front knee. Inhale, up and back. And as you exhale, cartwheel your hands down to frame out that front foot. Step back to downward facing dog. And we're either staying in down dog or taking an optional vinyasa. By vinyasa means slide forward into plank. Exhale, lower halfway down or all the way down. Inhale through cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale through downward facing dog. My head got attacked by the block. Big breath in here. On your next inhale, left leg rises behind you. Exhale to hug the left knee in towards your chest. Step the left foot down. Seal the back foot. Step it in slightly. You're coming to rise up into your warrior one, pose we've done many times before. Take a moment to widen your stance. Find a railroad track feet to the outer edges of your mat. Reach your arms out and all the way up. Maybe find a slight back bend at the top of your back body. On your next exhale, take a goal post in your arms. Inhale to straighten your legs, straighten your arms. Exhale, goal post, rebend your knee. Inhale to straighten. Exhale, goal post. Inhale to straighten. Exhale, goalpost. Inhale to straighten. Exhale, goalpost. Invite your elbows toward one another. This time, left arm goes over right arm. Give yourself a hug, or find your eagle arms here. Big breath in. Big breath out. Feel your feet rooting into the earth. The muscle wrapping around your bone. Your inhale, release your arms out and all the way up. As you exhale, forward fold to the inside of your bent knee, humble warrior. Inhale to rise back up. Exhale to cartwheel your hands down. Step back to downward facing dog. Or to slide through to your vinyasa. Same option where you slide forward into plank pose. As you exhale, lower halfway down or all the way down. Inhale to up dog or cobra. Exhale to downward facing dog. So you know where we're going, but we're just going to keep adding on. So on your inhale, right leg rises. As you exhale, hug the right knee in towards your chest. Step the right foot down. Seal the back foot down. Come to rise up through your warrior one. Exhale to find goalpost in your arms. Inhale to straighten. Exhale to bend. Inhale to straighten. Exhale to bend. Inhale to straighten. Exhale to bend. Bring your elbows to face one another. Give yourself a hug or find your eagle arms here. So from here, we're adding on. If you feel really comfortable, stay right here. But start to hinge yourself forward. Your front body starts to come forward. You're planting all of your weight into your front foot. And you're seeing if you can find your balance in your warrior three. Your inner thigh, your standing leg is energetically coming towards midline. There's a slight bend in your knee. Take a big breath in. On your next inhale, you're sliding the standing leg, but you're not touching down. You're coming to bend the left knee in front of you. Option to keep it right here, or to wrap your left knee over your right knee, almost like a chair pose, finding your way into a full eagle pose. Big breath in here. Breathing in, maybe find some eagle crunches. Elbows come toward your knee, come back up. Elbow toward knee. Inhale up. Elbow toward knee. Your next inhale brings that left leg all the way up in front of you. As you take your exhale, you're coming right back to where we started. Release your arms. Cartwheel your hands down to frame out that front foot. Step back, downward facing dog. Or optional vinyasa, sliding through to plank pose. Exhaling chaturanga. Inhaling upward facing dog. Exhaling downward facing dog. Allow yourself a moment to smooth out your breath in between sides. Your next inhale, your left leg reaches up and back. So you exhale, hug the left knee in toward your chest. Step the left foot down. Seal the back foot to the earth. Step it in slightly. Find your warrior one. Arms reach out all the way up. Goal post your arms. Inhale to find some length. Exhale to rebend. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to bend. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to bend. Goal post those arms and then slide them in front of you. Left arm over right arm in a hugs, or find your way into eagle arms. Big breath in here. Same option. You're either staying here or starting to plant your weight into your left foot. Starting to slowly lift your right leg up and back behind you, finding balance in your warrior three. If you need to release your arms, release your arms. Wrap the outer hip back, down and in. Keep a gentle bend in your standing leg. Start to take a moment to hinge yourself back up. Slide the right knee in and in front of you. Forward and in. Awesome. Option to stay here or to maybe start to sit back into chair or find full eagle. Wrap your right knee around your left knee. Eagle pose. Big breath in. Big breath out. option to take those ankle push-ups or sit-ups. Inhale to slowly come to bring that right knee back in front of you. Touch it down for a second if you need to. And then slide it right back where it came. Release your arms. Find that freedom in your fingertips. As you exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Step it back to downward facing dog. Last optional vinyasa. Slide forward into plank. As you exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Big breath in here. Big breath out. Soften your knees. Untuck your toes. Sit back, child's pose. Notice how your breath changed. Start to smooth out your breath. As you begin to feel ready, slowly come to rise back up. And take a moment to soften onto your right hip point. Swing your legs out in front of you. Step your feet onto the mat. Invite your hands so they're underneath your thighs, and then make your way into boat pose. Big breath in here. Stay here, or maybe option to lower into low boat. Inhale, regular boat. Exhale, low boat. Inhale, regular boat. Exhale, low boat. Inhale, regular boat. Big breath in. Maybe you're straightening your legs out. Maybe you're keeping them bent. Cross at your ankles. And take a moment to begin to bring your hands slightly behind you. Breathing in, straighten. Exhale to hug that in. Inhale to straighten. Exhale to hug that in. Slowly step your feet down and cross your legs. Give yourself a hug. Back up. Just going to take that on the opposite side. Take a moment, find your boat pose. Lower to low boat. Inhale to upper boat. Exhale, lower to low boat. Inhale to upper boat. Cross your left ankle over your right ankle, or whichever one you didn't do before. And take a moment, straighten. Exhale to hug that in. Inhale to straighten. Exhale to hug that in. This is hard work on your core. Exhale to hug that in. Inhale to straighten. Last one, hug that in. Step your feet down. Give yourself a big hug. And come back up. Start to scoop your belly out and super slowly rise down. One vertebrae at a time. When you get there, take a full body stretch. Reach to your fingertips, reach to your toes. Windshield wiper your feet left to right. And take a moment here just to slowly soften your breath. Return into the present moment. And begin to make your way into your final relaxation pose. stay here for as long as you would like today. Whenever you're ready, you can press pause, roll to one side, press yourself up. This is where I will leave you for today. Invite your hands to your heart. Bow your head toward your hands and your heart. Thank you so much for coming in for today's Free Flowing Friday, this fiery power yoga flow. I hope to see you on the mat again very soon. I wish you peace, 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 yogis. Thank you, thank you, thank you. See you soon on the mat. Bye, friends. And if that totally wore you out, there will be an accompanying soften and restore for you to take as well. Thanks, yogis.